Hello boys and girls and welcome to Storytime with Miss Randall. Now welcome to our fabulous Christmas series. Now I love this time of year. Lots of food, lots of presents, Santa and time with our friends, family and loved ones. And lots of story time. I've got you boys and girls. This Christmas series is going to be filled with fabulous Christmas stories. Now, don't forget to ask your adult to subscribe down below so that they can be notified every time a new Christmas story drops. Are you ready to get reading? Let's go! Please enjoy 20 Owls at Bedtime and the Runaway Pea. 20 Owls at Bedtime, chosen by Bella. The night before Christmas Eve, Santa could not sleep. So a couple of his reindeer chums said, "You should count some sheep." Now, Santa's counted sheep before, but something by the shelf made Santa want to not count sheep and count gold-buttoned owls. 1, he's a high-up elf who's reaching for a kite. 2, he is a helpful elf holding a ladder tight. 3, he is a beaming elf with baubles yet to hang. 4, he's a rock star elf who gave a toy a twang. 5, he's a ribboned elf with all these gifts to wrap. 6, he's a busy elf, too busy for a nap. 7, here's a little elf skipping through the snow. 8, here's a jingling elf with bells upon his toes. 9, here's a big strong elf who's loading up a sleigh. 10, here's a kindly elf who gave Rudolph some hay.
There you go, Rudolph.
11, here's an awestruck elf who glimpsed the northern lights. 12, here's a dazzling elf who hung a star so bright. Yes, the night before Christmas Eve, while counting owls, not sheep, Santa sat down at his desk and almost fell asleep. Yet still he kept on counting lots of owls at work and play. 13, 14, 15, and there's still more on the way. 16. Here's a weary elf who looked up at the clock. 17. Here's a tired elf who downed her tools and stopped. 18. He's a sluggish elf whose shoulders dropped and drooped. 19. Here's a tiny elf who's feeling extra pooped. 20. Here's a wise old elf, and this is what he said. "With Christmas very nearly here, we all should get to bed." So snuggle down like Santa and take a breath. breathe, for soon, with just a little luck, it will be Christmas Eve! What's a Christmas lunch without peas, I ask you? This next story, The Runaway Pea, has been chosen by Neve. It's 6 o'clock and we're ready for tea. But look, what's that? It's a runaway pea! He pinged off the plate with incredible force and then slipped and went splat in a puddle of sauce. The carrots and beans were all laughing with glee. You didn't get far, you piddling pea. Just watch, said the pea. I've hardly begun. I might only be small, but I want to have fun. The pea shot away with a skip and a hop. Then into the dog bowl he fell with a plop. Climb, little pea, climb up the side, quick, before Boris's mouth opens wide. The runaway pea jumped amazingly high and so nearly landed in Boris's eye. He rolled along Boris's back in a flash, but a flick of the tail sent him flying off. Splash! Where am I? He wondered. His head really hurt. Get out of my tank, said Adele with a squirt. He fell on a mousetrap, which snapped with a bang and bounced off a cobweb that stretched and went twang. He came to rest on a high dusty shelf. So far, so good, smiled the pea to himself. Surely there's nothing else left to go wrong. Then a fan started up and blew him along. No. And what's that below with an orangey glow? It's a slot in the top of the toaster. Oh no! In the pea fell, unable to stop, then the toaster pinged up with an almighty pop. Ow! Cried the pea. My bottom's on fire! As he flew straight on into the tumbling dryer. Buffeted and battered and bounced all around. The pea was so glad when he finally got out. He collapsed on a shirt that had newly been washed. Look out, little pea, or you're going to get squashed. He tumbled and rolled along out of control. Whoa! Under the fridge to a dark, sticky hole. Too weary to move, he just let out a groan. Oh. Then got a strange feeling. He wasn't alone. Out of the gloom came mysterious shapes, a dried up banana and 2 mouldy grapes. Oh dear, said the pea. What's happened to you? We were naughty, they said. We all ran away too. We don't recommend it, they whimpered quite sadly. You'll get old and wrinkled and start to smell badly. I've changed my mind, said the runaway pea. I'll get back on that plate and be ready for tea. You won't, said the grapes, 'cause you've been on the floor. Runaway pea, you're not loved anymore. The little pea trembled. He knew it was true. There was nowhere to go for him. Nothing to do. Helpless and hopeless and feeling forlorn, his tired eyes closed and he gave a big yawn. But a magic thing happened while he was asleep. He woke up beside the recycling heap. The soil was soft and the weather was sunny, and soon the pea started to feel a bit funny. Under the ground, he was sprouting some roots, and out of his top, he was shooting out shoots. The shoots all had pods, and inside every one was a party of new peas, all bursting with fun. So, if you should ever hear pop, ping or splat, or a splosh in the sink, or a meow from the cat, or a rampty tap in the cupboard, then please don't panic. It's only those runaway peas. You loved our story from the Christmas series. Now don't forget to ask your grown-up to hit subscribe down below so that you know when our next Christmassy story drops, and share with all of your friends so they can enjoy the Christmas story too. Now, thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you again in the next story time with Miss Randall.